hello everybody. Thanks very much for coming out on Boxing Day. Great crowd. I'll try and make it through the afternoon after a big day yesterday. No, it was okay. We'll start off with a bit of a miserable song first. Everybody gets hurt now and then. We're all gonna be dirt, not sure when. There's gonna be rich and there's gonna be poor. You can scratch that itch like the one before. Well, the more things change, the more they stay the same. You know the score, but you still play the game. You can do your best, end up like all the rest. Or maybe you get lucky and be very well dressed. You could be with someone you call a keeper, but now they're gone and you're a weeper. Well, you're out on the streets looking for some place to stay, and some big knock comes up and says, "Get out of my way." 1 and 1 is 2. We all know that's true, but after that things get complicated. Everybody gets hurt now and then. We're all gonna be dirt, not sure when. You can get real high, but you'll come down low. You can start off fast, but end up slow. My girlfriend's gone to Sydney on an evening plane. Once she sees those city lights, she won't be back again. And from the airport lounge, I can see the town skyline, see the hills in the distance, and it feels like you're in time, 'cause I'm back home in Adelaide. Yes, I'm back home again. I go lives on the city, hopping down the Perth, get a postcard of London from a friend at work. All the kids have gone to Melbourne to kickstart their careers, 'cause the part-time job in Kmart is all we could offer here, while I'm back home in Adelaide. Yes, I'm back home again.
6:15 every morning, 2 jets fly overhead. They're bound for the eastern states and they get me out of bed. The sound of people leaving is the sound that starts my day. And it always starts me thinking it could be me again someday. But I'm sitting in the sunshine in my big backyard, eating peaches from my fruit trees, and leaving just seems too hard. While I'm back home in Adelaide, yes, I'm back home again. Oh, I'm back home in Adelaide. Yes, I'm back home again. Now, I know you all probably listen to the Hillbilly Hoot on Monday nights from 3D, live to air, between 8 and 9. This song was inspired by me going to the Hillbilly Hoot, and there was a bloke, an old fella called Albie, who used to come along when we were much younger. We used to actually drink real beer at the Hillbilly Hoot. And he would come along and collect up all the bottles and the empties, you know, the cans that we left. And I wrote this song about Albie, who's long since left us, called Collecting Albie. Albie wears a pork pie hat, walks like a man with things to do. He carries an old shopping bag, it's red, white and blue. Albie collects up empties and doodling in the cans and steps them down the depot for whatever he can. Collecting Albie, collecting Albie. Ba ba ba. Well, I've seen him at the Oval, I've seen him at the park, I've seen him up on Main Street collecting after dark. And every Monday evening he comes over late at night to collect up all the bottles we leave out by the light. Collecting Albie, collecting Albie. Ba ba ba. Another beer. Albie needs the bottle, so I guess the answer's clear. Collecting Albie, collecting Albie. Oh, may your shopping bag be empty and your eagle eyes stay true. May the handles on your shopping bag and never fail on you. May you collect up all the empties in the southern hemisphere, and the pile that you make go through the stratosphere. Collecting Albie, collecting Albie. Ba ba ba, ba 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 ba, ba ba ba. Well, I suppose quite a few people here know about the Hay Plains. Been over the Hay Plains a bit, and especially in the early days, but recently too, I've been across the Hay Plains many times, and I found there's only one cure for the Hay Plain blues, ladies and gentlemen, and that's going across the Nullarbor 4 or 5 times, and which I've done too. But anyway, the last time I went across, or no, the time before the last, this sort of song seeped into my memory, into my mind. I drove all the way to Sydney in the middle of the night. When I went through Penrith, it started getting light. In that narrow street in Newtown, outside that front door, it finally got through to me. I couldn't do this anymore. So I turned around and drove back from where I came, fighting with the sun on that wide empty plain, with the Hay Plain blues. Just drive on through, don't turn around, don't turn around. That was years and years ago. I tried not to think about it much. There are a lot of good reasons to fall out of touch, but I just got a call, so I'm going back again. This time I'm driving to farewell an old friend, with the Hay Plain blues. Just drive on through, don't turn around. There's a lot of time to think out there. There's a lot of sky to see. An eagle drifting way up in the air, trying to find a tree, with the Hay Plain blues. Just drive on through, doing a lot of harmonica early today.
You've got him huffing and puffing, folks.
Right.
After Christmas lunch.
Well, way back in the 80s, I was playing in a band called the Bodgies, and we moved over to live in Melbourne, and most of us got places in St Kilda. And in those days, St Kilda was like the Laurel Canyon of the Australian music scene. There was musicians everywhere, like James Black, the rock quiz and Mondo rock fella. He was just up the road. He was from Adelaide too. JJ Hackett, the drummer from Mondo Rock, he was from Adelaide. He was just around the corner. Renee Gayer's house was up the road. And every time we drove past Renee Gayer's place, everybody would point out and say, oh, that's Renee Gayer's house. We never got to see her. Stephen Cummings from the Sports, he was close by. Paul Kelly was just up the road. The bloke from the Models was around. So there was musicians everywhere. You know, you'd walk down Ackland Street and you'd bump into touring musicians. And remember, no, I can't tell this story though. So it's about Red Gum. But anyway.
Wait till some more people are dead.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Now we've got to sidetrack this. But the thing was about St Kilda, as well as lots of musicians, there are a lot of drugs there, and that's possibly why many of the aforementioned were living around there. And my musical career was going so well at the time that I got a job delivering groceries in my van. And one day, when I was doing my delivery rounds, this event that I sing about occurred. It's a true story, and every line of this song is true. I turned my van into Hotham Street to make the same delivery on the same day of the week. I pulled up at the flats of number 5 and I heard a cry I'll remember all my life. Help me, she cried. I think my friend has died. Help me, she cried. I think my friend has died. I saw him there, soaked in sweat, lying on the bed. And although I'd never seen a body before, I knew that he was dead. Still I did my best to breathe some life into his remains, while she looked on and in desperation quietly called his name. Help me, she cried. I think my friend has died. Help me, she cried. I think my friend has died. And when the ambulance men arrived a few minutes later, they took one look at his arms. One of them looked up, sadly shook his head. He said, sorry boy, but this one is dead. I went back to those flats the next week and spoke with the caretaker about the boy who she said had gone to meet his maker. She said his brothers came down from the country the other day to take all his things away. They put all he owned in the boot of a car. Then they drove away. Help me, she cried. I think my friend Oh, yeah, I see it. I haven't got my glasses on. Never mind, I'll leave it there. It's a good place for it. Hey, speaking of the Bodgies way back, this was one of the first songs I ever wrote, and we used to do it in the Bodgies. There's even got a phrase in there about letters that I sent. Anybody remember them, you know? I actually got a Christmas card with a handwritten address on it this year. I couldn't believe it. Well, I got this feeling so strong it must be right. I'm headed for it's a long and troubled night. I see it stretched out before me, and I feel the unknown. I see dark clouds coming. I must face them on my own. Yes, I'm stuffed again. What happened to those letters that I sent? Sinking low, 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 looking for a place to go. You gotta look out for people who just want to use. But if you're as stupid as me, then you'll always, always lose. Yes, I'm stuffed again. What happened to those letters that I sent? I'm sinking low, 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 looking for a place to go. Oh yes, I'm stuffed. I'm low, sinking low. Yes, I'm stuffed. I'm sinking low, 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 looking for a place to go. Yes, I'm moving back to zone, looking for a place to go. Oh, but it looks like we're stuck in the old days here. Because this next song is written about... In the old days, it was really important to get a record contract because it was so expensive to record and press LPs. You know, you needed a record company to help you out. And when you had a discussion with a record company executive, you had to really plug yourself, you know. We're the greatest. We play at the WheatyLIVE Hotel and things like that. And so
We're
I had
glad
a
of
lot.
the work.
Yeah, I had a lot of conversations with people from record companies and didn't really come around to anything. And I started to realise that when they started making small talk about, oh, you're from Adelaide. Oh, that's a nice place. I went there once, sort of thing. They're just letting me down easily. And we weren't going to get anywhere. So I've rolled all those conversations into this song called Conversation with the Man from EMI. We make nice wine there. Yes, I know. Yep, Donnie Dunstan and the Adelaide Crows. I'm a singer, songwriter, guitarist. Come on, you must need more of those. I've played pubs and clubs and halls. I've done the market and the mall. I've played all 4 gigs they've got there 100 times or more. I've done them all before. I'm a legend in Adelaide. They love that song, they're the one I just played for you. They like me down in Robe and they're gonna fly me up to Roxby Downs. There's a lot of weird murders there, so they say. But you don't really notice it that much day to day. I play the wheat sheaf on a Sunday, and sometimes the Grace Emily. I've rocked the big room at the Gov. I filled that place with a lot of love. And the comrades call for more whenever we play down in Semaphore. I'm a legend in Adelaide. I made the charts there and I get played on a community radio station where the announcer is no relation. I'm a legend, but I'm not yet a star. Sign me up and we'll go far. I'll go anywhere. I'll go everywhere. But please don't send me back we could work the system and get a grant. You just bend over and drop your pants. Then you dream up some crazy marketing plan. Then some RSA bureaucrat hands you 10 grand. It's a 20-minute city, that's all it takes to get around. But don't be mistaken, this ain't no pissant town. You can go for a drive in the Adelaide Hills. We had to clip the 500 and the tour down under, and we love to take Sam Newman. You can go for a drive in the Adelaide Hills. I'm a legend in Adelaide. You just tell them you're from Melbourne and you've got it made. I've been on the ABC. They play 2 minutes of my song that goes to 3. Now, after you've heard the next song we play, you'll find it amazing that I've actually forked out and bought another combi van. A couple of weeks ago, I bought a combi.
What number combi is this, Dad?
This will be the fourth one.
Fourth combi. How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Yeah, I know. But that's a bit of an indulgence, you know. Spend all that. What I find the best about having a combi is it's like yoga for old blokes. You know, lying underneath and bending and trying to twist and squeeze into these little spaces. So, anyway. Oh, wrong song. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I just had a hard thing. So that's it. Split screen 1600 with double doors. Today to be worth 85 grand, maybe a little bit more. Going downhill you could crack 90 k's an hour. But coming back up again all you could do is dream about flower power in my combi. I broke down in every town between Adelaide and Melbourne. Sometimes I'd get through okay, but those days were seldom. I learned more than I ever wanted to about Dimboola when I took the engine out by the side of the road to get to the oil cooler in Dimboola. 30 k's from the nearest town, the engine starts making a knocking sound. The speedo goes crazy, starts spinning around. Don't worry about it, man, just put the pedal down in my combi. I drove all around the streets of St. Kilda, making deliveries. That thing would jump out of gear every time the road got a little bit jittery. A friend up in Sydney, he got us a gig. It was a great little venue. This was gonna be big. But we dropped the valve the other side of Wodonga. So it looks like our fame in Sydney is gonna take a bit longer from Wodonga. Driving in my combi, young and free. Driving in my combi, you and me. Thank you.
Now, while we were playing, Dad, my phone was lighting up with people who are watching the live stream. So I'd like to say hi to Poppy, if you're still watching. You might have turned off. Don't know how you feel about combi-based material.
Now we should do a song off the new album called Dreams. And we've got CDs and vinyl here, ladies and gentlemen, for sale. So we need the petrol money to get back to our places. So come
Now
and see
Dad's
it.
got another combi.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, that's not cheap.
Okay. first time? Is it the last time? Or maybe the first time? Is it half time? Or maybe it's full time? I just don't know.
I just don't know.
I just don't know.
I just don't know.
Is this a good day? Is it a sad day? Is it a holiday? Or just a bad day? Is it my payday? Or is it doomsday? I just don't know.
I just don't know.
I just don't know. They're all up there talking like they're experts, and they've been told just exactly what to say, while we're down here being trickled down on. We're just making it through day to day. We're just getting by day by day. Is this a freeway? Or maybe a highway? Is it a roadway? Or just a pathway? Is it a hallway? Or maybe a doorway? I just don't know.
I just don't know.
I just don't know.
I just don't know.
They're all up there telling me they know the answers, and everybody down here is telling me, oh no, Donnie, they're wrong. Got my head spinning round like some sort of crazy dancer, and I just don't know what's going on. No, I just don't know what's going on. I just don't know.
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 I just don't know. Yeah, right. Plane over here? Yeah. Actually, that plane just going overhead brought back a memory from me from, well, when I was in primary school, maybe 15 years ago. I used to go to school down at the Morris Brothers thing there, you know. And when they first brought the jets in, they would go over and the class had to stop. They couldn't, you couldn't hear for ages, but now they just go past, you don't even know. But that was the high point of my day when the jets went over at Morris Brothers. They drove in silence for most of the day. Empty horizon, not much to say. Then she said, it's empty. He agreed that was true. No phone reception. Nothing they could do. So many things the open road. So they sat and waited beside the van, alone and tiny in this wide empty land, hoping that someone would help them on their way. But the road ahead was empty and the past too far away. I saw many things that closed on the open road. Yeah, I saw many things that closed on the open road. A car in the distance, but he drove right by, didn't even look sideways. Who knows why? They saw the sticker on his back screen, a map of Australia with lovey or leave. I saw many things that closed on the open road. Yeah, so many things that closed on the open road.
Thank you.
Skip on to 5 Men in a Car. Yep. Now I've got to introduce the band. On my far left, Jake Morrison. Far right, yes, I'm sorry.
Stage left.
Far left politically, that's right. That's right. Eddie Morrison on the bass. And we've got Andy Brzezinski on the drums.
Folks, he's the man with the most Christmas cheer of anyone you've ever seen. He's the man of the hour, the man with the power, too sweet to be sour, prettier than a flower, the man with the largest arms, the most charms, who does the most harm, too hot to handle, too cold to hold, Mr. Morrison!
And you might notice after that performance, Eddie's the face of Hyundai in the ads. You would have seen him on
That's
TV.
right, folks.
So, yeah.
No, they didn't get me back for another one, so I don't care what car you drive. Sell your Hyundais, folks. It's over.
We're going to do a song now. I keep talking about the old days, and this is one that, when the Bodgies started getting a lot of gigs, we had a manager, we had an agent, we had a road crew, we had this massive PA in a truck, and we go all over the place. We do stuff like finish up in Adelaide on the weekend and drive to Melbourne, do 7 nights a week in Melbourne for 2 weeks. Drive up to Sydney, do 7 nights a week for 2 weeks in Sydney. Things like, finish at the Mansell Room in King's Cross at 4 in the morning and hop in the van and drive back down to Melbourne for a gig the next night. And we sort of wore ourselves out, but I'm glad we did it. And not glad we wore ourselves out, but glad we did, all those. And I've actually written all about it in a autobiography called This Could Be Big, 40 Years at the Dag End of the Australian Music Industry, which has been reviewed as mankind's greatest achievement to date So, and I've just got a couple of copies here for sale too. So, if you're interested, see me at halftime. And sometimes I'm asked to sum up the book in a few words, so I just say 5 men in a car. Just a minute, I'll just. It's 4 a.m. and we're still hours away. There's only trucks and us on this giant highway. 5 men in a car. 5 men in a car. Towns go by, they're just names. Refueling stops in our road to fame. We've been here before, maybe. Now I'm not sure, but it looks the same as the place before. Now it's my turn to drive. Ooh, it's my turn to drive. On and on, on and on, on and on and on. The oil light comes on outside none drew. If we break down out here, not sure what we'll do. A roadhouse food near Gundagai could be Horsham or Hay, Lismore or Yass or Narrabri. Roadhouse food. Ooh, roadhouse food. 5 men in a car. 5 men in a car. Well, I mentioned Morris Brothers down there before. I remember at the end of 3rd year, I went home and I said to the old man, I'm not going back there, ever. I don't care, I'll get a job in a factory or whatever, but I'm not going back to Morris Brothers. So they said, oh, all right. So you could go to Nord High, which was a 2-minute walk from our front gate, up the road from McGill. And instead of catching 2 buses to and from I'd go up to Nord High. And the thing that I remember most about my first few days at Nord High was that there were girls in the class. Now, I've got 3 sisters, but these were like proper girls, in there. And after a little while, I had a short and very innocent affair with a girl called Hillary. And, we'd hold hands. And I remember going to see my first live music ever down at the Catacombs Club at Hackney there. And I had my first kiss. Me and Hillary kissed, and we got threatened to be kicked out of the Catacombs Club for I'm not allowed to do that. But anyway, it didn't last very long, and we moved apart. And years later, I wondered what happened to Hillary. So as you can do these days, I Googled her, and there was a mountain of stuff on the internet about Hillary. She was a mathematics professor at the Australian National University. And she was famous for coming up with a theory that only, a dozen people in the world could understand. And I knew she knew all about that sort of gear because I explained it to her in 4th year at Nord High. However, the sad part of the story was that the reason I could find out so much about Hillary was that it was an obituary. She died some years before. And the obituary also said that she had 2 kids. So I wrote this song called Note to Hillary's Children. I don't know where you are, I don't even know your names, but I know you're out there somewhere, so I'll write this just the same. I trust this finds you well, I hope life's treating you okay. I know this comes out of the blue, but there's something I'd like to say. I just found out your mother died quite a while ago. Nobody told me, there's no reason I should know. But you see, I knew your mother in my last year at school. She was in the brainy class, and I was a sporting fool. She took a shine to me, I've got no idea why. She was the first girl I ever kissed, and the last to make me cry. I called her mine, and it didn't last very long. She let me down gently, said it was time to move along. Well, I never went back to school, and then she moved away. I heard her name mentioned now and then, till I found out yesterday. I still have a letter your mother wrote to me, and it takes me straight back to that summer and love's mysteries. I'd like to let you know, but I'm not sure where to start, that a little piece of Hillary lives on in my heart. Thanks. We'll take a short break now. Be back on in about 20 minutes. See you then.